Indonesia, officially the Republic of Indonesia, is a country in Southeast Asia and Oceania, between the Indian and Pacific Oceans. It consists of more than 17,000 islands, including Sumatra, Java, Sulawesi, and parts of Borneo and New Guinea. Indonesia is the world's largest island country and the 14th largest country by land area. At 1,904,569 square kilometers, 735,358 square miles. With more than 270 million people, Indonesia is the world's fourth most populous country and the most populous Muslim majority country. Java, the world's most populous island, is home to more than half of the country's population. The country's capital, Jakarta, is the second most populous urban area in the world. The country shares land borders with Papua New Guinea, East Timor, and the eastern part of Malaysia. Other neighboring countries include Singapore, Vietnam, the Philippines, Australia, Palau, and India's Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Despite its large population and densely populated regions, Indonesia has vast areas of wilderness that support one of the world's highest levels of biodiversity. The Indonesian archipelago has been a valuable region for trade since at least the 7th century, when Srivijaya and later Majapahit traded with entities from mainland China and the Indian subcontinent. Local rulers gradually absorbed foreign influences from the early centuries and Hindu and Buddhist kingdoms flourished. Sunni traders and Sufi scholars brought Islam, while Christianity were brought mostly through European explorers, although sometimes interrupted by the Portuguese, French and British. The Dutch were the foremost colonial power for much of their 350-year presence in the archipelago. The concept of Indonesia as a nation-state emerged in the early 20th century, culminating later in the proclamation of Indonesian independence in 1945. Indonesia consists of hundreds of distinct native ethnic and linguistic groups, with the largest one being the Javanese. A shared identity has developed with the motto, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, unity in diversity. Literally, many, yet one. Defined by a national language, ethnic diversity, religious pluralism within a Muslim majority population, and a history of colonialism and rebellion against it. The economy of Indonesia is the world's 15th largest by nominal GDP and 7th by GDP at PPP. Indonesia is the only regional power in Southeast Asia and is considered a middle power in global affairs. The country is a member of several multilateral organizations, including the United Nations, World Trade Organization, G20, and a founding member of the Non-Aligned Movement. Association of Southeast Asian Nations East Asia Summit, and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. The name Indonesia derives from Greek words of Indos and Nessos, meaning Indian Islands. The name dates to the 18th century, far predating the formation of independent Indonesia. In 1850, George Windsor Earle, an English ethnologist, proposed the terms Indonesians and, his preference, Malayunesians for the inhabitants of the Indian archipelago. After 1900, Indonesia became more common in academic circles outside the Netherlands, and native nationalist groups adopted it for political expression. Adolf Bastian of the University of Berlin popularized the name through his book Indonesian oder die Inseln des Malaysian Archipels, 1884 to 1894. The first native scholar to use the name was Ki Hajar Devantara when in 1913, he established a press bureau in the Netherlands, Indonesisch Persbureau. The cultural history of the Indonesian archipelago spans more than 2 millennia. Influences from the Indian subcontinent, mainland China, the Middle East, Europe, and the Austronesian peoples have historically shaped the cultural, linguistic and religious makeup of the archipelago. As a result, modern-day Indonesia has a multicultural, multilingual and multi-ethnic society, with a complex cultural mixture that differs significantly from the original indigenous cultures. Indonesia currently holds 11 items of UNESCO's intangible cultural heritage, including a wayang puppet theatre, kris, batik, pencak silat, angklung, and the 3 genres of traditional Balinese dance. Tourism in Indonesia is an important component of the Indonesian economy as well as a significant source of its foreign exchange revenues. Indonesia was ranked at 20th in the world tourist industry in 2017, also ranked as the 9th fastest growing tourist sector in the world, the 3rd fastest growing in Asia and fastest growing in Southeast Asia. In 2018, Denpasar, Jakarta and Batam are among of 10 cities in the world with fastest growth in tourism, 32.7%, 29.2% and 23.3% respectively. The tourism sector ranked as the 4th largest among goods and services export sectors. Indonesia is ranked at 7th place in the list of Lonely Planet's top 10 countries to visit in 2019. The country ranks 4th out of the top 25 destinations in the world in 2018 by travel site. Both nature and culture are major components of Indonesian tourism. The natural heritage can boast a unique combination of a tropical climate, a vast archipelago of 17,508 islands, 6,000 of them being inhabited, the second longest shoreline in the world, 54,716 kilometers, after Canada. It is the world's largest and most populous country situated only on islands. The beaches in Bali, diving sites in Banakan, Mount Bromo in East Java, Lake Toba and various national parks in Sumatra are just a few examples of popular scenic destinations. These natural attractions are complemented by a rich cultural heritage that reflects Indonesia's dynamic history and ethnic diversity. One fact that exemplifies this richness is that 719 living languages are used across the archipelago. The ancient Prambanan and Borobudur temples, Toraja, Yogyakarta, Minangkabau, and of course Bali, with its many Hindu festivities, are some of the popular destinations for cultural tourism.